Welcome to Top Animal Zone.
Top 7 animals that survive in the coldest places on Earth. Today, we're heading to the coldest, harshest corners of Earth, where most creatures would freeze. But some animals call it home. Here, survival means more than just thick fur. It means anti-freeze blood, snow-walking paws, and the kind of chill attitude that says, minus 40 degrees Celsius? No problem. These icy warriors don't just survive, they thrive. Let's meet the coolest animals living where winter never ends. Bundle up. It's about to get wild and freezing. Top 1. Polar bear. In the desolate, snow-covered wilderness of the Arctic, where the sun takes an extended holiday and temperatures nosedive to bone-cracking lows of minus 40 degrees Celsius, a majestic creature roams, unfazed and unmatched. Towering, solitary, and exuding a kind of cold-blooded elegance, the polar bear, Ursus maritimus, doesn't just survive here, it reigns. If there were a Game of Thrones set in the Arctic, make no mistake, this guy wears the crown, the cape, and probably eats the competition. Unlike most animals that seek comfort through communal warmth or underground burrows, the polar bear embraces solitude. It drifts across shifting glaciers with a dignified swagger, as if every step were a royal procession. What makes this bear such a formidable force of nature isn't just brute strength. It's elite-level engineering. The polar bear's body is an Arctic masterpiece. Beneath its deceptively cuddly fur lies a thick blubber layer, sometimes exceeding 11 centimeters, acting like an organic sleeping bag on steroids. The fur itself is a double-layered fortress, water-repellent guard hairs on the outside, insulating underfur beneath. Interestingly, the fur isn't even white, it's translucent, and the skin underneath is black. That's right, black. Why? Because black absorbs heat more efficiently, allowing the bear to hoard every molecule of warmth the feeble Arctic sun offers. Who knew physics could be this fashionable? Bears must often travel hundreds of kilometers across broken ice floes just to find their next meal. And sometimes they don't. Weeks without food are common, especially as sea ice melts earlier each year due to climate change. With their hunting grounds shrinking and prey becoming scarce, many polar bears are now losing weight, struggling to reproduce, and even drowning after long swims to find stable ice. Yes, drowning. That's how desperate things have become. This leads us to a poignant truth. The polar bear, this icon of Arctic strength, now stands at the crossroads of survival and extinction. Their fate is inextricably tied to the frozen world they dominate, a world that is literally melting beneath their paws. So the next time you see an image of a polar bear gazing solemnly across a snowy horizon, know this: you're looking at a paradox, a creature of unmatched resilience, adapted over millennia to conquer a frozen world now brought to its knees by a rapidly warming one. It is nature's poetry, beautiful, tragic, and entirely our responsibility. Top 2. Snowy owl. Across the endless white tundra of the Arctic, where snow stretches to the horizon and the wind howls through frozen plains, the snowy owl glides like a silent ghost. Cloaked in pristine white plumage from head to talon, it blends seamlessly into its surroundings, so much so that its presence feels like a fleeting shimmer in the snow, as if nature had momentarily revealed a glimpse of its own soul. That plumage is not only beautiful but serves as a perfect biological armor, dense, soft, and covering even its legs and feet, allowing the snowy owl to endure temperatures that can plunge below minus 50 degrees Celsius. Unlike many owl species that are strictly nocturnal, the snowy owl is active during the day, a remarkable adaptation to the Arctic environment, where summer light can last nearly 24 hours. With razor-sharp vision and highly sensitive hearing, it can pinpoint the faintest sound beneath thick snow, detecting even the soft rustle of a lemming or vole. This exceptional sensory ability allows it to strike its prey with astounding accuracy, often within seconds. But what gives the snowy owl its truly mystical aura isn't just its hunting prowess. It's the way it moves through its world, silent, precise, and devoid of unnecessary motion. A snowy owl can remain perfectly still for hours in the heart of a snowstorm, its amber-yellow eyes fixed on every flicker of movement. When the moment is right, it spreads its wings, wings that span up to 1.5 meters, and descends upon its target with absolute silence. No wing beats, no warning cry, only the swift, chilling end brought by a flawless predator. In Inuit legend, the snowy owl is sometimes seen as a messenger of the spirits, a guardian of the north, or a symbol of silent wisdom. And rightly so, for in a land where time seems to freeze and life retreats into stillness, the snowy owl exists not merely as a bird, but as a supernatural presence, a white phantom haunting the eternal winter. Top 3. Beluga Whale. Cloaked in a signature milky white hue, the beluga stands out in the marine world not only for its appearance but also for its serene, gentle presence, as though it does not quite belong to the harsh realm it inhabits. Belugas inhabit the frigid waters of the Arctic and subarctic seas, where the ocean often hovers just above freezing year-round. To survive in such extreme conditions, they possess a thick layer of blubber beneath their skin, a biological armor that insulates their bodies and helps regulate temperature during deep dives. Unlike many other whale species, belugas have flexible necks not constrained by fused vertebrae. This rare anatomical feature allows them to nod, turn their heads, and express emotions through subtle facial movements, an extraordinary trait among large marine mammals. One of the beluga's most remarkable abilities is echolocation. Using this natural sonar, they see with sound, emitting a series of clicks and interpreting the returning echoes to navigate their environment, detect prey, and avoid obstacles in the pitch-black darkness beneath the ice. This highly evolved system allows them to thrive in places where light cannot reach. But beyond intelligence, belugas are deeply expressive communicators. They produce an extraordinary range of sounds: whistles, chirps, clicks, and even melodic tones, earning them the nickname canaries of the sea. These vocalizations serve more than just functional purposes. They express emotion, coordinate group movement, attract mates, or simply play. At times, entire pods seem to sing together, filling the icy waters with a rare vibrancy, as if music itself were woven into the life of the sea. Belugas are highly social creatures. They travel in pods ranging from a few dozen to hundreds of individuals, migrating thousands of kilometers to avoid thick ice or to find food. Their social bonds are strong and deeply emotional, with behaviors that include protecting calves, aiding injured individuals, and using distinct acoustic signals that are unique to each pod, almost like dialects. Graceful, mysterious, and remarkably intelligent, the beluga whale embodies the quiet resilience and hidden beauty of life beneath the coldest oceans on Earth. In every breath they take, it's as though the sea is whispering its ancient, enduring lullaby through them. Top 4th Emperor Penguin. In the harsh, frozen world of Antarctica, where temperatures can plunge to -60 degrees Celsius, icy winds howl at over 100 kilometers per hour, and darkness stretches across months of winter, there is a creature that chooses this desolate land as the birthplace of new life. That creature is the emperor penguin, the only bird that breeds during the coldest and most unforgiving time of the year, becoming a moving symbol of resilience and sacred fatherhood. As winter approaches, emperor penguin pairs complete their mating rituals. Then, after laying her single egg, the female returns to the distant sea to replenish her energy reserves, entrusting the male with a sacred duty: incubating the egg for over 2 months without eating or leaving his post. He balances the egg delicately on the tops of his feet, covering it with a thick fold of abdominal skin known as the brood pouch, keeping it safe from the deadly chill of the ice below. During this entire period, the male fasts, surviving only on fat stores built up beforehand, standing motionless amid brutal winds and endless cold, guarding the fragile spark of life. To increase their chances of survival, thousands of males huddle together in vast circles, a collective survival strategy. They rotate positions, taking turns moving from the icy edges to the warmer center, like a silent dance, choreographed by instinct and compassion. It's not just survival, it's cooperation and quiet sacrifice, woven into every step and shift. When the females return after weeks at sea, they find their mates by recognizing unique vocal calls. There, amidst the freezing winds, a reunion takes place. The chick, now hatched or about to be born, is gently transferred to the mother. Only then are both parents reunited, beginning the next chapter of raising their young amid the long winter that still lies ahead. They cannot fly. They cannot speak. They have no claws or fangs, yet the emperor penguin is rightly celebrated as one of the bravest creatures of the southern world. For in a land where life seems impossible, they endure. Top 5. Arctic wolf. Across the endless white expanses of Canada and Greenland, where temperatures can plunge below -50 degrees Celsius, the Arctic wolf moves in silence like a ghostly shadow of the north. Cloaked in a thick ivory white coat that not only insulates but camouflages perfectly against the snow, this wolf is a living testament to nature's capacity for adaptation in the planet's harshest environments. Its broad paws, padded and fur-lined, act like natural snowshoes, allowing the Arctic wolf to glide over powdery snow and frozen ground without sinking or injury. But what truly makes this animal remarkable lies not only in its physical resilience, but in its social intelligence and survival strategy as part of a tightly knit pack. Contrary to the lone, ruthless predator often depicted in myth, the Arctic wolf thrives in small, cooperative family units, typically a pair of parents and their offspring governed by a clear social structure where trust and coordination are vital for survival. In a treeless land where there's nowhere to hide, hunting requires patience, strategy, and seamless teamwork. These wolves track their prey like musk oxen, Arctic hares, or caribou over long distances, communicating silently, dividing roles, flanking from multiple sides, and executing ambushes with astonishing precision. Success doesn't come from brute force alone, but from discipline, endurance, and a near-instinctive synchrony among pack members. Far removed from human settlements, the Arctic wolf remains largely untouched by domestication or modern civilization. It roams one of the last truly wild regions on Earth, where howling winds replace traffic noise and snowdrifts take the place of cities. In this seclusion, it preserves a deep social world, communicating through sound, body language, and subtle behaviors that reflect an innate, almost wordless understanding between individuals. Amid the cold and silence, where every heartbeat must fight to stay alive, the Arctic wolf continues to move with quiet grace, a living echo of unity, adaptability, and the enduring power of wild kinship in a world carved from ice and wind. Top 6. Snow leopard. High in the roof of the world, where the Himalayas scrape the sky and the winds bite like 1,000 needles, lives a creature so elusive it's been nicknamed the ghost of the mountains. The snow leopard, Panthera untia, is not just one of the most mysterious predators on Earth. It's also a masterclass in cold weather survival, camouflage, and feline finesse. If the polar bear is the king of the Arctic, then the snow leopard is the ninja of the alpine wilderness. Unlike its jungle cousins who lounge in tropical forests and roar for attention, the snow leopard prefers the silent, solitary life, patrolling rocky cliffs at altitudes of up to 5,500 meters, where oxygen is scarce and mercy is rarer still. You don't find a snow leopard. You earn the right to glimpse it. Let's talk engineering. First of all, this cat is basically wrapped in a deluxe Himalayan winter coat. Its fur is incredibly thick, up to 12 centimeters long in some areas, and patterned with rosettes that blend seamlessly into snow-covered rocks. Its nose is short and its nasal cavity large, warming the icy air before it hits the lungs. And its feet? Giant, furry snowshoes. No, seriously. These oversized paws act like natural snow boots, allowing it to walk on powder without sinking. But the tail… Oh, the tail! The snow leopard uses its thick, fluffy tail for balance as it jumps across vertical cliffs like it's auditioning for a Cirque du Soleil winter special. And when it rests, it curls that same tail around its face like a built-in thermal blanket. Functional and fashionable. Diet-wise, the snow leopard is a carnivore with very ambitious taste. It can take down prey 3 times its size, such as blue sheep, barrel, and Himalayan tahr. It hunts mostly at dawn and dusk, stalking silently across the rocky terrain before delivering a single explosive pounce from up to 15 meters away. In terms of stealth and power, this cat could easily pass for a furry special ops agent. But life at the top of the world is tough. Prey can be scarce, especially in winter. And while the snow leopard is built for cold, it is not built for climate change, habitat destruction, or poaching. As rising temperatures push snow lines higher and human settlements creep into alpine zones, the snow leopard's territory is shrinking. Though protected in many regions, it remains vulnerable, with fewer than 7,000 estimated individuals left in the wild. And so the snow leopard roams in silence, majestic, solitary, and vanishing. It is both a marvel of evolution and a reminder that even the fiercest survivors of nature's harshest places are not immune to the ripple effects of human impact. Top 7. Reindeer. Forget Santa's sleigh. These animals are real-life survival champions. Covered in dense, air-trapping fur, reindeer don't just stay warm, they float. Yes, their hollow hair provides insulation and buoyancy during icy river crossings. It's like wearing a thermal life jacket. And their hooves? Built-in snow tech. In summer, they're soft and spongy for gripping muddy ground. In winter, they sharpen up like crampons to dig through snow and ice. These frosty nomads are also marathon travelers, migrating over 5,000 kilometers a year, one of the longest land migrations in the animal kingdom. Speaking of antlers, females have them too, a rare trait among deer. And fun fact, they usually keep them through winter, unlike males who shed theirs in early December. So yes, if Santa's sleigh team really exists, they're probably all ladies. The reindeer's nose is an Arctic air filter, warming freezing air before it hits the lungs and keeping moisture from escaping. And their eyes, they literally change color, golden in summer, deep blue in winter, to improve night vision during the long, dark Arctic months. Strong, stylish, and seasonally adjustable, the reindeer isn't just a Christmas icon. It's one of the most impressively adapted animals living in the coldest places on Earth. In these remote, bone-chilling corners of the planet, where winds scream like ghosts, where darkness can last for months, and where temperatures would freeze steel, life still finds a way. Not just to exist, but to excel. Isn't it astonishing that in the harshest places imaginable, creation has painted such breathtaking masterpieces of survival? So if this frozen journey warmed your curiosity, don't let it melt away. Click subscribe, Top Animal Zone, and join me next time as we continue exploring the wild, the weird, and the wonderfully extreme corners of our natural world. Until then, stay wild, stay curious, and maybe pack an extra pair of socks.